I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good morning, Niels Vium. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
Well, thank you very much for having me on this podcast. I'm doing amazing. Thank you. I just first of all want to say that I'm so grateful to be on this podcast. That's very amazing. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Hey, you are welcome, my friend. It's an honor to have the opportunity to share this conversation with you, Niels. That being said, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am where I grew up too, in Denmark right now, in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. That's where I am right now. It's 10 a.m. It's a beautiful morning. A little bit gray though, but otherwise it's great. Where are you, by the way? In Trinidad, is that right?
I am in Trinidad. Yes, I like to say the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm on the Trinidad side.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't see if the sun is up just yet, so I can't see if it's gray or not. But definitely a beautiful morning. I'm alive.
That's good. That's great. That's the best.
Well, tell us which of your talents, Niels, is responsible that you've been operating in for us connecting at this time.
Well, you connected to me on LinkedIn. I think because I run a podcast just like you. Is that the skill you're looking for?
Yeah, that's definitely the thing that connected us. So tell us about your podcast, please.
Well, my podcast is has the goal of helping employees in Denmark to achieve their potential mentally, their mental potential, as I like to call it. We work and talk about mental performance and energy optimization on a personal level. So that means what sort of physiological as well as psychological theories can we apply to our everyday life in order to gain most from the 24 hours that there are in a day? And how can we also become better colleagues and leaders on our workplaces? And maybe also a little better edition of ourselves when we come home to our family from these theories about, for example, sleep quality, nutrition, and of course fitness as well. How does those elements, how do they impact our overall well-being? That's what we're talking about in the podcast. Yeah.
What inspired you to even consider being that individual that's really interested, if you would, in such a topic?
Actually, I'm a former professional gamer, so that's a funny story. But I realized back then that if I wanted to be the best in this computer game, I needed to do other things than just play the game. I needed to focus on my mental performance outside of the game as well. So that's why I figured out different theories about the mental performance. For example, I needed to sleep as much as possible, as best as possible, high quality sleep in order to perform in front of the computer. So that's actually where I got inspired from back in the days. Yeah.
So you then applied it to your workplace, did you?
Yeah, exactly. First, I applied it to my studies, and I did lectures since 2014 at different schools around Denmark about how to work most efficiently with your homework and so on. And then I found out that it was all implementable to the work life for like almost everybody in the workplace who are working with their brains, working with knowledge, working with different intellectual theories in their practical work life. Yeah.
Wow. Now, for some reason, you sound like a young guy, right? Just under 25, if I'm guessing. Yeah. Is that accurate? True. It's okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm 23.
Wow, very impressive. So your podcast, tell us the name of it, please.
It's called Mindcast.
Yeah.
Mindcast.
Sound like a game. Now that you said it, sounds like a gamer named it, right?
Yeah, completely.
So when are you going to do that podcast in English only?
Ooh, that's a great question. I've actually tried to reach out to a couple of different international people, but who I want to have with me in the podcast are some really big shots. So that's why none of them has actually reached back to me, even though I tried a couple of times. some big names from America. But yeah, I need to figure out exactly how the format will be if I want to do it in English only, and what the potential is, because right now one of the good things about making it just in Danish is that it's very down to earth for the people who are from Denmark right now. So it's more like you're really in the same øjenhøjde, as you would say in Danish, which kind of means we can see each other right at the same level. We are on the same level in some way. So if it's not, maybe it becomes a little bit intangible if it's international, if you know what I mean. And there are also so many international podcasts that does this, and none really in Denmark. So that's why I have, what can you call it?
A
competitive edge there.
A foothold. Yeah, it's your niche. You've niched down. It's your advantage. Yeah. Well, I think if I could offer a suggestion, can I offer a suggestion?
Yeah, of course, man.
You jump in there and start speaking on the topic, and throw that out, and then hey, see what happens. Yeah,
just try it out.
Yeah, you sound great. I'll tell you, your English sounds really good, and
I don't know about that.
yeah, but you're coming through in my ears, so I can definitely suggest to you that you do that, because you sound great, and because of your accent, it's very captivating. I'm like listening to you, all right? And I have an accent as well, so it's been to my advantage. I've heard. So yeah, jump out, start talking on the topic, and see what happens. It's cool. I'd listen to it.
I might try that.
Yeah, send me the link. Please do.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I will.
So tell me one other thing, Niels, or let's go back. Where's the best place for people to connect with you?
The best place for people to connect with me would definitely be on LinkedIn. That's where I post my professional image, so to speak. I like to become a little bit personal too. I don't think it should all be like ice cold business stuff on there. So there's some, you can feel my personality as well, maybe, if you're lucky. But definitely LinkedIn, under Niels Vium. Just search for my name there.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe if you could link to that in the show notes as well.
Yeah, for sure. What we could do too as well is spell it for them. So NIELSVIUM.
Exactly.
All right, Niels Vium. Well, tell me one other thing, Niels, that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
One thing I've done consistently is to keep my mood at a high level.
How does that make you feel?
Great. But it's like there are always ups and downs, right? But I think that if we focus on the reality that has the most positive impact for our lives, then we can have a much better life. Like in every difficult situation, I think that there are always more options, always more perspectives to look at the situation. So no matter how much it sucks, you can always see, okay, that's true. This is a very difficult and very challenging situation for me right now. But there are also X, Y, and Z that is true right now. So that might help me get in the most useful direction looking ahead, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense in any way?
Yeah. It does make sense. There's a word that's not coming to me now as well. But it's like being in your best you, if you would. Yeah. Hopefully it pops out sometime. Yeah. All right. Well, amazing audience. We're live with Niels Vium. You could definitely check him out. I'll tell you, his podcast is not in English as yet. I'm speaking it into being. Hopefully that he does one in English. So Niels Vium, Mindcast, right? Mindcast.
Mindcast.
Yeah. Well, let's switch gears for a moment now, Niels. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful warm blue Caribbean water. Niels, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory would be cooking food with my mom.
How old do you think?
I'm standing on a sort of like a...
Go ahead, please, go ahead.
I don't know what you call that in English. What do you call something you can stand on in the kitchen to make you a little bit higher so you can actually see above the table?
Yeah, I would call it a stepping stool.
A stepping stool?
Yeah, STOOL, stool.
Oh, oh yeah, like that. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, exactly. So that's the one I'm standing on, and I have this bowl in front of me and a spoon so that we're making rolls. You know what a roll is?
Well, Danish roll for sure.
Danish rolls for sure. I think these are the more healthy ones, not the we're making and I'm just standing there with the spoon and twisting it all around so it becomes this great rolled dough, if you will.
Intriguing.
I never explained this scenario in English before. That's why it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's my earliest childhood memory, I think, and it's great. There's lots of love right there, and this dough gets so much love that it becomes the best rolls ever. So yeah, great memory.
How old were you?
I think I was like 4 years old.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I think it's clear because it reminds me of the privilege that I've had to have a family that have always been together, you know, like a team, and which has helped raise me and my brother and my sister with love and the ability to just believe in humanity so much, and to feel inspired every day, and all these things that so many people don't have. That's what I've gained from scenario like that, where we just stand casually being in the kitchen making some food, and that's like really, yeah, that puts things in perspective for me when I talk to other people who has a lot more rough childhood.
Yeah, I love how you connected the dots. Ooh. Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Yeah, of course.
I love the fact that that what you put into food in the kitchen, the emotional side of what you put in, it actually changes the food. Like, so you've heard of soul food, right?
Yeah, it has.
Right, but what is pretty fascinating is that there's a legacy that's occurring as well, and one that is not spoken, if you would. It's like a mind cast, if you would, between your mother and you. Yeah. And it's fascinating how now you're really transferring that to other people.
Wow.
Because you're happy, right? And you're rested, and you are learning, and you are teaching, and then you're preparing, and then you're actually creating more, right? By taking something like flour and doing every other thing with the ingredients and preparing for more, not just for yourself but for others. Wow, that's really deep. Love that.
Whoa.
Love that. Yeah. No. So, all right. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
There's a Danish band called Nick or Jay, which is like two names. Nick is the one guy, and then Jay, it's like a duet, right? Which raps about different subjects. Mostly they rap about themselves, actually, but also about women and about life perspectives. So it also becomes a little bit deep, at least when they got older.
Yeah.
But there was a song called One Day Left, if I have to translate into English. And it's about what would you do if you only had 1 day left to live. And then they sing about what they would do, right? And it kind of puts things into perspective as well. It's really cheap, but it's a little bit true still. At least when I'm 12 years old listening to this song, I'm like, wow, what would I do if I only had 1 day left? Oh my god.
Wow.
I need to embrace life.
It's intriguing how it connects, right? Just absolutely intriguing. It's amazing. All right, Niels. Well, hey, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Niels, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yeah, definitely. I like to teach people what I know about. Maybe I can learn something from them too. Yeah.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
To some degree, yeah.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
More than 8 hours a day in front of the computer.
Okay, after 1,001 conversations in 3 months in 2016, I came up with a workbook, the name of it being called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. The idea being you answer questions, self-reflect, and then connect to your mission that I name Your Own Unique Real Statement. If you had to share with us, Niels, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, what would you say that is?
A very curious, engaging individual who loves to help others grow, to inspire others.
Love it. Niels, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I just think it's a insanely inspiring and engaging mission that you're on right here, Angel. Is that right? Correct, pronounced, by the way, Angel.
My wife calls me Angel.
Angel, of
but
course.
It definitely carries different pronunciations across languages, so you're not wrong. It's just my wife calls me Angel.
Of course she does. Angel, I just think this mission that you're on to inspire so many people with all these different podcasts from different people around the world is fantastic. Just keep doing what you're doing, and keep on in life with what you're doing, man. It's great.
I appreciate that tremendously. I get to meet people like Niels Vium, right? So, Niels, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.